He showed up to DreamCon thinking it'd be just another stream. What he didn't expect? A troll, a fist, a broken chain, and a potential lawsuit that could follow him for years. Now, the internet's on fire. The fan says he's taking legal action, and DDG, he's calling it all a skit. But what really happened that day? And did DDG's own words set this whole thing off before it even began? DDG's story doesn't follow the rules, and that's exactly why he blew up. Starting as a vlogger in a dorm room, he turned prank videos and relationship drama into millions of views almost overnight. But he didn't stop there. Unlike other YouTubers who stuck to one lane, DDG kept jumping. From vlogging to music, from music to boxing, from YouTube to Twitch. And somehow, every pivot brought him more attention. By 2020, he wasn't just a YouTuber trying to rap, he was charting. He hit Billboard with Moonwalking in Calabasas, signed a record deal, and started rubbing shoulders with artists who never took YouTubers seriously until then. He wasn't asking to be accepted. He forced people to take him seriously. And that's where the shift happened. The DDG, who used to laugh through reaction videos, became a lot more calculated and way more confrontational. Whether it was trolling other streamers, clapping back at fans on Twitter, or flexing his wealth on camera, DDG's brand became built on being bold, unfiltered, and always one step ahead of the people talking about him. But the flip side, that energy made him a target. Because when your whole brand is confidence, someone's always going to show up trying to humble you. That's what happens when the line between content and conflict starts to blur. And recently, the lines completely disappeared. The thing about DDG is, he doesn't just attract attention, he invites it. And whether you're a fan or a critic, if you show up to the same event as him, there's one thing you can count on. It's not going to stay peaceful for long. DreamCon isn't just another convention. It's a passion project turned safe haven. Built by RDC World 1, a group of anime-loving creators who felt like outsiders at mainstream cons, DreamCon was made to be different. It's a space where Black nerd culture thrives, where creators and fans blend, and where the energy is usually wholesome, chill, respectful. You'll see people cosplaying Goku one minute, then hooping with YouTubers the next. No drama, no egos, just vibes. And that's exactly what made DDG's arrival feel like a curveball. On paper, he's a perfect fit. Successful Black creator, anime fan, massive streamer. But in reality, DDG's online presence is more chaotic than community-based. His content thrives on pressure, competition, conflict, clout. The same traits that make him magnetic online, they're not exactly DreamCon approved. So when people heard DDG was pulling up, opinions split fast. Some fans were hyped, others were worried. Because in a space built on collaboration and mutual respect, all it takes is one person treating the con like a content farm. And the vibe shifts instantly. And that's exactly what happened. DDG was live at DreamCon, doing what he always does, soaking up attention, streaming, creating content. Then a fan walked up, looked him dead in the face, and yelled, "Doo-doo garbage!" It wasn't random. Hours earlier, DDG had basically challenged his viewers, saying nobody would dare say that to his face. This guy took the bait, and suddenly things weren't funny anymore. While DDG held back, his brother Dub didn't. He pressed the fan hard, and within seconds, things turned physical. Glasses broken, chain snapped, cameras everywhere. The clip went viral immediately, and just like that, a dumb joke turned into a real altercation, and a legal threat DDG never saw coming. Within minutes, the clip was everywhere. Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, different angles, slowed down, re-edited with commentary. Some called it self-defense. Others said it was flat-out assault. The fan claimed he was attacked without ever throwing a punch. He said his chain was broken, his glasses gone, and worst of all, he got banned from the event. And just like that, he flipped the narrative, from troll to victim. Meanwhile, DDG downplayed everything, telling people it was just a skit. But no one was buying it. The footage looked real. Too real. And the fan? He wasn't letting it go. He said he was taking legal action. Now the internet had questions. Was DDG responsible for what Dub did? Can you really call it a joke after someone gets banned and threatens a lawsuit? The joke had gone viral, but the consequences were just beginning. The wildest part? DDG predicted the entire situation and still walked into it. Hours before the altercation, he was on stream laughing, saying no one in real life would ever call him doo-doo garbage. He even added a warning. If they did, he'd embarrass them, maybe even make them swing first. It sounded like internet bravado until someone actually called his bluff. That moment turned the internet upside down. People dug up the stream and clipped it next to the altercation footage. The storyline wrote itself. DDG put the challenge out, and a fan took it personally. What was supposed to be just another day of content turned into a moment of contradiction. DDG claimed it was just trolling, but he also dared someone to test him. And when someone did, things spiraled out of control faster than even he could manage. A day after the altercation, the energy shifted. It was no longer just internet drama. Now the word lawsuit was being thrown around. The fan, the same guy who had yelled doo-doo garbage, went public, claiming he was taking legal action. His story: he was physically assaulted, his personal property damaged, and banned from an event he paid to attend. Broken glasses, a snapped chain, and a viral video to prove it. His message was clear: somebody's going to pay for this. And if it wasn't going to be Dub, then DDG was the next best target. But here's where it gets complicated. DDG never threw a punch. He didn't push, swing, or even raise his voice. So how could he be sued? The answer lies in perception and proximity. In moments like this, courts and the public often look at intent and influence, not just who made contact. If someone encourages violence directly or indirectly and benefits from it, they can sometimes be held responsible. And DDG's stream earlier that day didn't help his case. He joked about fans never having the courage to disrespect him in person. He even said, "If someone did, I'd embarrass them. I'd make them swing." That might not sound serious in a live stream context, but in a courtroom, it could be framed as premeditation. His brother Dub, however, is the one who actually crossed the line, at least physically, and legally, that matters. Words may be protected under free speech, but laying hands on someone isn't. Even if the fan was trolling, verbal harassment alone doesn't give you the green light to retaliate, unless there's a real immediate threat to your safety. Calling someone doo-doo garbage? Not exactly grounds for self-defense. And that's the issue Dub, and potentially DDG, are now facing. But even if the lawsuit never makes it to court, the real battle might already be underway. In the court of public opinion, people are split. Some say the fan got what he deserved. Others say this proves DDG and his team can't handle criticism. And some legal experts online have chimed in, pointing out that the fan could build a real case around emotional distress, public embarrassment, and physical damages, especially if there's footage showing Dub hitting him first. What's worse for DDG is the skit excuse. Right after the incident, he was seen brushing off the drama, calling it fake, trying to laugh it off. But the fan wasn't laughing. And when the alleged victim looks serious and the creator looks dismissive, it only feeds the narrative that he doesn't take accountability. He just spins everything into content. At the end of the day, the lawsuit may never land, but the consequences already have. DDG's reputation took a hit. DreamCon's vibe was tainted. And now, every move DDG makes next is under a microscope. The internet never forgets. And neither does a lawyer with a viral clip and a potential payout. As soon as the clip started circulating, the internet did what it always does. It picked sides, fast and loud. On one end, you had DDG's loyal fans flooding comment sections with, "He deserved it. Don't play dumb games." And that's what happens when you test people in real life. To them, the troll got exactly what he was asking for. He pulled a stunt, disrespected someone to their face, and found out the hard way that content creators are still human. But not everyone was laughing. A whole other wave of people and creators, fans, even lawyers, started dissecting the footage. They said DDG let his ego get the best of him, that his brother should have known better, that the moment DDG started talking tough on stream, it was only a matter of time before someone called his bluff. Some even said the fan won, because whether he gets sued, clowned, or forgotten, he got exactly what he came for: attention. Even Agent Zero, a respected creator and DreamCon regular, reacted to the situation with frustration. He didn't just call out the troll, he called out the entire energy shift. "DreamCon's supposed to be chill," he said. "This ain't the vibe we built." That comment hit hard, because DreamCon's always been seen as a safe space, not just physically, but creatively. And now, this one moment turned that into a question mark. Was this just internet drama spilling offline? Or a sign that even the most positive events can't escape the clout-chasing chaos? Either way, nobody walked away clean. The fan was labeled a clown. Dub was labeled a hothead. And DDG, he's stuck in the middle. trying to downplay it while the internet keeps replaying it. What started as a troll turned into a moment that could follow DDG for years, not just online, but in court. Whether you think the fan was out of line or DDG's crew went too far, one thing's clear. Clout has consequences. And in today's internet, every stream, every joke, every reaction could be the next headline. We'll see how this one plays out.